Pitt fans don't even show up at their home games. That's true, Fiona. You know what? Sad state of it is, Pitt has such a terrible environment. You know, like, it does. They don't have their own stadium. And I don't feel, I feel bad. I go to the VA on very rare occasion. I go to the VA, which is right on Highland Avenue or Highland. The Highland VA is right adjacent to Pitt. And if you have like appointments that are kind of one after another or something, you have some time, you could go like down there to where the student area is and you get some food. I go down there and watch, and it just kind of gets, then you have to take a bath after a shower because you feel kind of icky and itchy. You know, like I got bed bugs from looking at those creepy kids. But then you get back in there and it just doesn't have that feel. Like it doesn't have that Manhattan, Kansas feel or that Oregon State feel or LSU, or it doesn't feel like a real college. It doesn't, guys. And it's not the Pitt, West Virginia thing. It just doesn't have that feel for me. Yeah, you put me in Louisiana, you put me in even in East Lansing. I lived in Michigan for a while. I'd go to East Lansing. Beautiful college. I feel like I'm in a college town. You know, you go to Indiana University of Pennsylvania, you feel like you're in a college town. Slippery Rock, where else? Glenville State, Fairmont State. You feel like you're in a college town. Don't feel like feel like you're in an office building. And there's just some kids walking around. And maybe two of the kids will have a Pitt stuff on, and the rest look like they came from a spaceship. I'm off the rails, guys. I'm so sorry.
You're getting unhinged, dude. But I'm with you. I mean, I'm right there with you.
So Fiona also says, what I want to see at the end of the season is the old attitude, whether you're up 41-10 or down 41-10. Yeah. Yeah, it's that smacking people. It's playing to the end of the whistle. It's the finishing your blocks. It's the running up to the line. It's running back to the huddle. It's that speed, that intensity. It's that I want to see. I want to see that attitude, that bring your lunch pail. You know, the fact that you're going on vacation and you're taking garbage bags. That's the kind of attitude. I don't want, don't want Versace or Dolce Gabbana. I want trash bags. Okay? Because we're getting it done. We're fitting it all in the nooks and crannies. It's about efficiency, functionality, not about glam, not about glitz, not about glitter. It's about we're gonna just get it done and then move on to the next. And that's what Rich Rod, I swear, if he's not bringing it, I don't know what's going to happen to the Mountaineer.
I think the words you're looking for, hard edge.
Oh, hard edge?
Yeah. There you heard me.
That's a good.
I like that. And I think I think he's bringing it. Everybody remembers the pregame speech before the Georgia game, where he said, you buckle up the chin strap a little tighter. You put on a little extra tape, a little extra air in the helmet. He's bringing that intensity back. So, and one last thing to add, a couple of things to add about the Pitt atmosphere. First of all, the mascot, they got to get a new costume. That thing's looking old. It looks like maybe a little steam cleaning might be needed. It's looking pretty ugly. The other thing is,
came from that convention, and it got some sticky stuff on it, and it also looks like it could have been in Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's where I was going, man. That's exactly where I was going. It looks a little ratty. It could use some updating. You think that they would have a little bit of resources to do that, but whenever we play them up there, speaking of resources, we aren't afraid a little bit of a dangerous place. We put just as many fans in their stand as they have there in their home game. Fiona's killing it. She's right on the money.
No, I've been up. Last game I went to up there, it was like probably 55% Mountaineer fans.
Oh, there you go.
I wouldn't, and I'm being generous because I'll tell you what, it looked like a home field environment. A lot of Mountaineer fans.
Shane, you mind if I throw you a curveball?
Shoot, hit away, throw away. I'll try to hit it.
All right, man. So borrowing from your rough experience at the concession stand, which, I mean, that's just enough to ruin your football game experience right there. But we don't want that to happen with our fans. Our fans here, our fan base here at WVU, Mountaineers to the end, we want to make sure that they enjoy this season. So the notion of setting expectations can be tricky. We talked about everything is changing in the whole landscape of college football. With the advent of NIL, which is still settling down. I mean, we still haven't ironed all that out. The transfer portal, same way. I don't know how many fans realize just how much in the transfer portal, a small school like in Ohio, they can dial in if they have a unique system that they can have success with. They can look for players with certain attributes in the database that's available for transfer portal, and they can tune into who they want. And that's how you can get small schools like Ohio who normally couldn't find the talent because it was such an inefficient recruiting process. But now it's not that way. So there's a lot changing here. What do we think we want to do as far as managing expectations? And Fiona had said it earlier, the notion of what we wanted from this one game. But what do you think we do for the rest of the season?
Oh, well,
big question, man.
Yeah, penthouse dreams, outhouse budget. I mean, you have Texas Tech that has threw $300 million at the problem just this year, where usually that's what our budget kind of rolls around the 200 million mark. Where you have the small schools, they might pull their money and once every 3 or 4 years make a big push and win their conference. I think that might be what West Virginia has to do, is every few years pull their resources and say, Rich Rod will say, hey, I think I can get a good class here. Kitty up, give me another 100 million. We can do it. And you have some big donors say, okay, they look under the couch cushions. They come up with 50 more million here, 20 more million there, maybe 10 more million in the dryer. And they push that and he makes a run. That might happen.